Welcome to the Dowden Podcast. I'm your host, the official CRG, and today I want to talk about the high expectations in today's society versus reality and how they can play hand to hand with each other in any decision you make in a positive and negative way. So, in today's society, I feel as if people's expectations are starting to heighten almost in a negative way. I think that has a lot to do with the internet and the major figures that are on the internet, and here's why. We covered this a little in episode 20, but internet influencers have a major impact on our younger youth, and their actions do matter and take a toll on the young ones, if you want to believe it or not. I mean, as adults, we see these dances or trends and we think they're cool or even sometimes just a waste of time and move on with life. But to a kid, that new dance or trend is literally everything. I mean, all their friends will be talking about it. All they're going to want to do is follow it or do whatever it is without even thinking. So kids will even attempt to recreate whatever it is just to even try to get famous or maybe even get clout without knowing what really comes with it. And that can be dangerous in a lot of ways. And I don't understand why more people don't see that as a problem than the actual app itself. The internet is just constantly filled with bullshit and people trying to get a bag. They don't care who sees it. They don't care where it posts. They don't care what happens with it. They just want the views. So kids at the end of the day, they don't see that girl who posted that dance is getting thousands of hate comments and now she's getting depressed over it and questioning her body or what she looks like or what she needs to post, or all the people who take advantage of them because they're now famous. So now there's a 17-year-old that got famous, he's making a shit ton of money, and now all of these kids are going to swarm around him and he's going to be overwhelmed, he's going to think they're all friends, he's going to buy him everything, do this and that. And then he's going to get older and he's going to realize that they were just all using him and it was all just a waste of time. And it can be dangerous because there's so many kids now that are getting a quick bag and they are just being manipulated and spending it too quickly, spending it on the wrong people, on the wrong things, and it's not helping them in the long run. And if you get a bag, if you get a good amount of money, your main focus should be just building it and adding on to it. You should be saving it. You should be investing it into another business. Anything that will make it last and stay. Because this overnight success shit is rare. And once you get it, you still got to work for it. Nothing in this world is going to be handed to you. I've said this 1,000 times. You just have to go get off your ass and get what you want. There is no what ifs, buts. There's nothing. You just have to go set your mind to it and do it. I mean, you just can't sit there anymore and half-ass your way around shit. Like, you can't expect 100% success rate when you're only putting in 20, 30%. It doesn't exist. You have to manifest your destiny and shoot for the stars. I don't care how cliche or cheesy it sounds. Like, so what if you get told no or fall down? You got to get up and try again because failure doesn't exist unless you let it. But now, because of these influencers and all these trends, the internet and everything in between, kids think one dance will change their life. Or if they go mess with some homeless dude who's trying to sleep, they'll get a bunch of views. And it's messed up. This world's only getting worse because we keep glorifying the wrong shit. I mean, people shouldn't have to record themselves giving back to other people. They should just go and do it. But because they're so manipulated and brainwashed and connected with the views and the intention, they want to record it so all of these people can just tell them how good of a person they are because they don't believe it themselves. And it's whack as shit. And nobody wants to see it. Nobody wants to stand up for what's right anymore and what's going on because they're just too buried into their phones. I mean, if literally all the internet went down, all power lines, people wouldn't know what to do. They'd literally run around like headless chickens. I mean, nobody would know how to run a business, start a business. Damn, people probably wouldn't even know how to hunt or fish. Like, a lot of people probably couldn't even start a fire without a guide or their phones. You need to know this stuff because we rely too much on man-made things, and man-made things can go wrong. We rely too much on our phones. It is easy for us to not get enough supply for our phones. It's easily just like the PS5s where they couldn't get enough chips. Apple could run out of shit for your iPhone. Then what are you going to do? Like, we need to start changing our expectations because the shit we see online half the time isn't even real. Like half the stuff you see is AI, half the pictures. I mean, nowadays, there's literally famous people. Like you could see Joe Rogan. He has thousands of things and he doesn't even know about it, of people that created AI about him saying all of this stuff. And it literally sounds just like him. And now you could put even faces on certain things. I mean, the internet is getting out of control. This society wouldn't be able to handle shit if everything just went down. So, I mean, we got to wake up, people. Like it's literally time to start being yourself and take your own road. Not someone else's road who made it for you. Like it's time to step out of the loop and be the person you're meant to be. Like we got to make a change, otherwise we're just going to keep on this downhill spiral. But with all that being said, today's quote is by 365 Mentality. You can follow them on Instagram. It says, "I'm not better than anybody else, but I'm damn sure going to carry myself like I'm somebody." And I honestly suggest all of you do the same exact thing, because it's not cocky. It's not being any type of way to somebody. It's just making sure that you're confident in your decisions and your ideas. And there's nothing better than that. So you can follow us on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. I appreciate y'all tuning in. And with that being said, this is the Dialed In Podcast.